Welcome to Project Homestead, guys. Thank you so much for joining this video. It was a very long video. I'm done with it now. I forgot to do an intro though, so I just want to welcome you to my video and thank you so much for watching it. A lot of work went into this video, but I am very happy with my results and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's get into it. I also forgot we're going to be making those overnight oats and trying to freeze them, so I'm going to get some pineapple out. Overnight oats. I've never frozen my overnight oats before, so I'm hoping that if I get the yogurt in there and the juice in there and mix it all up, and then I can freeze it into portions and get it out the night before, and then it can defrost, and then they can just add all their toppings in. Done. If that works, I might do that forever. What else do we need? Okay. Quinoa, beans, butter chicken. These out of the way. Those right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and defrost these in a bowl. I'm gonna get out one of these turkey stocks from Thanksgiving that we preserved up. I will be buying some potatoes today to finish the shepherd's pie. I've got potatoes in the refrigerator, which we will use. I'm just gonna leave them in there for now because they're really old. I'm gonna grab a coconut milk out, just in case. We need freezer baggies. We need oatmeal. I think that's everything that we need. So I'm gonna leave this out. I need the meat to, especially to defrost, and I just kind of wanted to organize everything together in one area. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen now, and then I'm gonna take my son to a dentist appointment because he broke his front tooth and we need to fix that. And then I will come back and we will prep this all up and get it going. Okay, I'm back from the dentist and the store, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over what I got at the shops now. I found this at the store, which was so exciting because we don't really have a lot of Mexican food options, which is why I was so excited when I found this. So we're getting more and more. I've been here in Western Australia now for about 13 years, and it is just barely jumping on the Hispanic food wagon. Mucho gracias. Is that like mucho grateful? I sound like an idiot, I know. Look what I sourced, guys. They were on sale for $16 each. Actually, maybe $16.99, I think. I got 3 of them. I'm hoping they stay on sale for another month, but they probably won't, because that's all I could really fit in my budget. This was not in the budget. But I just did it because I really needed them. Also, I got 6 of these containers here, which I'm going to be using to do the overnight oats that I'm freezing. Snack bags, which we will be doing the omelet toppings in. I think that they're just going to be like the perfect size for an omelet. We got potatoes for the shepherd's pie. I got a bag half the size of last time for the carrots because we definitely want some carrots, fermented carrots, but I didn't want to do as many as last time. If you can hear my washing machine in the background, I'm really sorry. It's like literally right behind you. Pumpkin seeds and walnuts. We got a whole bunch of bananas, which we will peel up and save. Hopefully that's enough for the month. I really want to get something put away because that was my big goal for today, is to put food away. So let's get started. Let's not wait anymore. Let's get those overnight oats in the refrigerator, the freezer, and hope for the best that they freeze up well. I think they will, but I don't know they will. Okay, these overnight oats could not be easier. What we're gonna do first is add in the oats. Okay, once you've got your oats, which I added about 1.5 bags, one was a larger bag than the other, so it was more like 2 bags of oats. And then I'm gonna add a 1.5 containers of this orange juice, and it should look like there's a lot of orange juice because these oats are gonna soak all that up. That's important for the texture. Next, this is kind of like you wanna eyeball it. I'm gonna add in about that many. Then we're going to mix the chia seeds through. All right, now we've got it all mixed in there. And so we'll set this aside and then we will move on to the next thing. I realize hindsight, I should have had these potatoes going in the Instapot for the mashed potatoes for the shepherd's pie while I was making the overnight oats, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get them in there now, and then we're going to Instapot our mashed potatoes. We're going to go ahead and Instapot this for 20 minutes, and then we will move on with the shepherd's pie after that. Another thing we need to do for the shepherd's pie is make ourselves some gravy. So this has been sitting out while I've been running around doing all my errands. This is the turkey stock that we made. Look how gelatinous that is. Like, I just can't be more happy with this product, and I'm really glad that I went ahead and did it. I almost didn't, and I'm just glad that I did. So we're gonna go ahead and make that. I need to wash the Thermomix bowl, and then we're just gonna make the gravy straight in the Thermomix bowl. But first, I want to chop up the cheese. I'm gonna chop up all the cheese in the Thermomix bowl, so that, because I'm gonna be using it on everything, and then we'll go from there. All right, and we ended up with about this much cheese, pretty good amount, a nice size bowl there. I'm telling you here that I'm not gonna wash out the Thermomix bowl from the cheese, because I'm gonna just go ahead and do the gravy with the turkey stock, and it's all gonna go in one container anyways in the end. Is it icy?
That sounds disgusting.
It does, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and warm it up in the Thermomix, and then we will come back and add some cornstarch, onion powder, garlic powder, all the flavorings, and have ourselves a lovely gravy. All right, our orange juice overnight oats have been sitting out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those Tupperwares that I bought earlier, and I'm going to fill them about halfway with the oat mixture, and then I will freeze that. When I get these out and defrost them, in the morning, we will go ahead and put our fruit in then. So this usually has like pumpkin seeds, walnuts, blueberries, strawberries, whatever toppings you want to put on the top, you can do that. But I'm just going to be freezing the mixture for now. And then when we get it out, when we're ready to eat it, we will add our toppings then.
All I want in this whole life, a little red house in a country wife, a picnic table out on the lawn, a couple of kids and a couple of dogs. Work all day to 5:30, a chain link fence and a gravel drive, the wind chime ringing on my front porch, a brand new carpet on every floor, and a rope swing tied around.
All right, then you put your yogurt in. This is a very expensive yogurt. Well, I mean, it's $8 for a little tiny tub, and so it will go a long way. You don't need a lot of yogurt, which is why I'm okay with buying a more expensive yogurt. The only problem is my son Hamish likes to find the yogurt. If he sees this yogurt, he will eat the whole entire container in one sitting, and he will want one every single day. So $8 a day for this yogurt is just not gonna work, so that's why I'm going ahead and trying to do it this way. This is the yogurt brand, if you're wondering what it is that I'm using, and then I'm also going to add in a little Greek yogurt to just add a little bit more to, volume. Then I wanted to add a little bit of this pineapple juice from the can, so I went ahead and opened it, and then I just poured in a little bit of this juice into all the different containers. When I open up the oats and I defrost them, I will go ahead and put more pineapple into their individual bowls, along with like frozen berries of whatever they want, or nuts and seeds and whatever. So this is gonna get all mixed up together, and then we're gonna put the lid on, and then we've got 6 different oatmeal breakfasts that we can go and pull from whenever we want, and mix that in along with the smoothies and the pancakes. We are good to go for breakfast. All right, and then I want to go ahead and get these beans soaking. So I've got in this bean mixture, I'm going to be doing pinto, black, and white navy bean. And so I'm going to go ahead and get those mixed in, and then I'm going to use some filtered water, and I'm going to put it over the top. So, and really just submerge these beans and then soak them overnight. When I do it this way, my family doesn't seem to get gut ache or gas from having beans, but if I just cook the beans straight up, from dry, then we all seem to get a bit of like a sore stomach and like gas, but this seems to be a good remedy for helping us to feel really good and not suffer at all from eating beans, because we really all enjoy eating beans a lot. All right, our potatoes are done, and so we're gonna go ahead and start mashing them up. All I'm gonna put in the potatoes is butter, which you didn't see me, you can see it on the side there, but I put some butter in. I put a little bit of milk in there, not a lot, but a little bit. And then I'm also going to add in a little bit of salt and a little bit of onion powder, and that's it. That's all I'm going to add to these mashed potatoes. I'm also going to be doing the cheese on top of the shepherd's pie, so there is definitely going to be that yummy, cheesy, creamy factor, but I didn't want to get too crazy with the mashed potatoes. So here we've got some corn starch or corn flour, however you want to say it, and some water, and I'm just going to mix this up together, and then I'm going to add this in with the turkey stock that we preserved up from our Thanksgiving turkey, and we're going to thicken this up and then use it for our shepherd's pie. Now that the potatoes are done and my my Instapot is freed up, I'm going to go ahead and put this hamburger meat into the Instapot, and I'm going to put it on the saute setting, and then I'm going to go ahead and just cook the meat up straight in the Instapot. It's really simple and easy. My stovetop doesn't work, and so I usually use my induction that I plug in on my counter or the Instapot to cook in, and so this is just what I do that makes it work for me. Okay, it's time to assemble these shepherd's pies. I was going to do just one, but I thought I'm going to stretch it and do two. So I put the mincemeat half and half, hamburger meat, mincemeat, however you want to say it. I go back and forth between Australian and American, and it's very frustrating. So I'm sorry about that. So I put peas in there, and it's not typical, but I went ahead and put some broccoli in there as well just to give it some volume. And then I put in the gravy that we made from the turkey stock that we preserved. I wasn't quite happy with the amount of volume that I got from just using the gravy, so I went ahead and I grabbed some milk. I put milk in the mashed potatoes anyway, so I thought it would be fine, just to help the shepherd's pie not to come out feeling dry. This is Hamish trying to bum my mashed potatoes off of me, but I told him if he's patient, I will go ahead and I'll make him some more for dinner. And I did. I made him some for dinner. And then I just spread out the mashed potatoes, and then after that, I'm going to put one heaped handful of cheese on each of the shepherd's pie. I'm trying to be sparing on the cheese since I'll need to use the cheese tomorrow when we do our meals as well tomorrow with the enchiladas. And that's it. Pop the lid on top, and we've got 2 shepherd's pie. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is make this Japanese meal. We use this Japanese dressing, and it's got peanuts in it and crunchy noodles and these plain noodles here, and then you cook the plain noodles up, and then you cook the chicken, and then you just put the marinade over the top of it all, and it's really delicious. I'll show you guys when we make this meal. I'm going to use garlic powder in the butter chicken as well, so I went ahead and put garlic powder on the chicken, and then put half of the chicken into this freezer bag so that I can save it for the Japanese salad, and then I just stuck that in together. I ended up taking the dressing out and not freezing it because I didn't know how that would go, and I just put that back in my pantry, but right here it shows that I do have it in the bag, but I did take that out after. And then with the remainder of the chicken, I'm going to use this butter chicken that my husband bought at the store like a year ago, and I never use it. It's not my thing. Spilled the milk there. And then I put some milk in there, as you saw, and I'm just shaking it up to kind of use the rest of the butter chicken that was in there. I'm going to use this rest of the Greek yogurt in there as well, just to kind of give myself some volume so that when we cook it in the Instapot, it's not dry chicken. And then we mix that all up together. I went and washed my hands, and then I put it all together in a baggie. I always double bag my chicken. It just kind of freaks me out not to, so I went ahead and I double bagged this chicken. And then I wrote on the bag with a label. I used a label, and then I wrote butter chicken on there so that I could make sure that I remembered what it was. All right, we have exploded the kitchen, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. We're running out of light right now. We have got ourselves quite a lot done. We got our overnight oats in there. We got our Asian noodle salad, 2 shepherd's pies, and our butter chicken, and we will finish the rest of it tomorrow. We're just running out of light right now, so we will finish the rest tomorrow. We've got some cheese prepped for tomorrow. I've got these frozen broccolis that I'm going to leave out. I'm going to be using that for the omelettes tomorrow. Bananas we'll be doing tomorrow. We're going to be soaking these beans overnight, so I will see you guys back again in the morning. Hey, it's the next morning. All right, we're back with the rest of the meal prep. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, so we are going to be making our omelets. We're going to be our little omelet baggies. We're going to be making our smoothies. As I'm laying here editing, I realized that that little container I have my hands on, you have no idea what that is. That is smoothie mix. It's passion fruit mango smoothie mix from a place called Muzz. I mentioned in the video before that I had gotten a free chest freezer, the small one I own, from my husband's auntie, and she just had that in there, so I don't really know how long it's been in there or anything, but it tasted fine. So I went ahead and portioned that up today so that it wasn't just like a big brick of frozen smoothie mix. I'm gonna portion this out into little baggies as well, I think. Anyways, let's just get started. I've already got I had the quinoa going here while I was finishing cleaning the kitchen. I had the quinoa going, so that's done. We're just gonna let that depressurize, and then we will come back. All right, the quinoa is nicely done, so we're gonna be able to use this in all sorts of meals. Cool. Very good texture. I did a good job on that. I forgot about our bananas. We have those to take care of today as well. I need to get this quinoa out. You gonna help?
Yeah.
Gonna help?
Yeah.
Bring your nose right there.
It looks like strange rice. Like weird rice. Very strange rice.
It looks like the quinoa just started to brown, so it didn't burn. It's got a little color on it. We don't mind a little color. We do not like it to be burnt though. Now we're gonna get our beans in here and we're gonna get that cooking. It's gonna take an hour. And we'll get started on an enchilada sauce. Do you want to peel bananas or do you want to peel carrots? Here we go. All right, peel, toss, peel, toss, peel, toss, peel, toss. Okay?
It's gonna be very tempting to eat these, but I won't.
You can eat a banana if you want to eat a banana. You are allowed to eat bananas. All right, while Macy is peeling bananas, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the omelet baggies. Okay, so here's what we've got going on for our omelet. We've got these broccoli that we've had defrosting overnight. We've got 4 onions, we've got 2 batches of watercress, and we've got ourselves some mushrooms. Mushrooms were the same price as if I were to buy them a whole, so I went ahead and bought those chopped to give myself one less step to do. I'm gonna chop this watercress up, wash it, chop these onions up, and chop the broccoli florets up, and then I will be back. The onion is making me cry. I'm not about that life anymore. We're gonna chop it in the Thermomix.
I used to say I didn't like onions because they made people cry.
Oh my gosh, they do.
Because like...
They do. Onions have been chopped. I think we lost our banana peeler.
Yeah, we did.
All right, I'm gonna put this bag of broccoli in. This bag of broccoli in. We're gonna chop it in the Thermomix too. Ugh. Broccoli has been chopped. All right, we got all of our ingredients. We got our baggies. We got tons of baggies. We got our onions, our mushrooms. We got 2 of those. We've got our broccoli and our watercress. And we're going to just scoop in a spoonful of each of these. What? Do you want any of these crackers, Macy? Barbecue? They're pretty good. Try 'em?
Thank you.
All right. So we've got our onion, and then we're gonna put in some broccoli. We're going to stick in a couple of mushrooms, and then we're going to stick in some watercress. So I'm just gonna keep going with this, and then I'll show you when I'm finished. All right, there we go. So they're individually wrapped like this, and then I've been able to fit 12 in these large baggies, and then I've just got 4 left over. So that's a total of 40 omelets. I'm just gonna take the butter chicken out of here. I've got this barbecue chicken in here. I'm gonna put that butter chicken in there as well. One's there, there, and there, and we've got our omelet. All right, now we have the omelet stuff away. We have 7 minutes left for our beans, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these bananas. My daughter left about this many behind, so I'm gonna go ahead and I peeled them, and I'm now bagging them up, and I'm gonna get them put away in the freezer. It's not even 12 o'clock, and we are making some really good progress. So what we're gonna do next is have a look at this muzba. So I went ahead and opened just to have a look. This has been defrosting overnight, and it looks all right to me. So I went ahead and I tasted it, and it tasted just fine. So I decided that I'm going to put them in little single serve baggies and then just use one at a time, because it is a concentrate. So I can just use a single serve baggie, and it can actually serve for an entire Thermomix worth of smoothies, which is enough smoothie for me, Macy, Hamish, and Dallin if he's home. Done. All right, so I've got this many beans in there. To this, I'm going to add cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, and avocado oil and salt. All right, I've got the beans blending with the spices in the Thermomix. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some more beans and make a second batch of beans so we can have some more refried beans. Here's the end product with the beans. I wanna show you how liquidy it is. It will thicken up over time. You do not want to add the extra liquid, so you just want to add the beans to the Thermomix, because if you put the bean liquid in there as well, it will be bean soup and it will not thicken up right. All right, let's give this a taste test. Look how messy my kitchen is, and my living room and everything else. Yum. There's something about a really good refried bean. Last batch of beans going. 60 minutes, and then let's go put our enchiladas together. I'm going to, actually, I just rinsed out this Pyrex bowl. I'm gonna be doing a bean dip casserole, and so I'm just going to put this straight in here because it's gonna go in there anyways. Well, the other beans are gonna go in there, and I'll just take from this what I need, and then what's left over, we'll just use it in the casserole. Dirty, less dishes is what I'm all about right now. So like I said, we've got a bit of a dirty bean bowl, but you know what? That is okay, because it's all gonna go in the same thing anyway. So to this, we're going to add, we're doing our enchilada sauce, by the way, if I didn't say that. All right, I added the pickled jalapenos. They actually had little carrots in there. I didn't notice that until I opened the jar, but that's okay. The can of tomatillos. And I don't know if I should have done the juice there. I'll pour out some of the juice, and we'll put it back in if we need it. Add ourselves some tomato. We're gonna add in our cilantro straight there on the top. Then I added some onion powder, and I went ahead and I blended that up. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Yes. Yes, on every level. I think I'm gonna add in another jar of this here. I'm just gonna mix it along with some onion powder. Just gonna use the rest of that onion powder and a touch of this liquid for flavor. So good. Wow, these just keep getting better and better. All right, next I took that quinoa that we had cooked earlier in the day. I put 2 cans of organic tomato paste, 4 cans of this Costco chicken, and a little bit of that garlic and herb seasoning. I also went back in and I added some taco seasoning to this, and then I mixed that all up. There's a taco seasoning, and then I mixed this all up, and it was so good. It was such a good combination. I'm really glad I went with this. It just tasted phenomenal. So here's the end product, and now we're almost ready to assemble our enchiladas. We just need to go ahead and we just need to go ahead and cook up the corn tortillas, and then we will be ready to go. I think I have enough to get started on putting these together, so I'm gonna go sit at the table. I'm gonna bring all the ingredients. I'm just gonna show you guys quickly how I'm gonna put this together, and then I'm gonna do it because my back is killing me and I still haven't exercised, and I need to do that today. All right, I'm gonna try to make 2 large trays and 1 small tray of enchiladas. So first I'm gonna take the tortilla. Actually, what I decided to do is I decided to mix the cream cheese with the beans. It looks actually kind of really gross, but it was so delicious. Trust me, guys, it was really good. So what we're gonna do is we're going to first pour some of that sauce that we made in the bottom of the tin, because we don't really want our tortillas to stick, our corn tortillas. I spread that around a little bit, and then I put the tortilla straight in there. I put on a little bit of the refried bean cream cheese mixture, and then I took some of the chicken quinoa mixture and I put that in, and then all I did was fold it over and push it to the side. I didn't do anything fancy, no fancy folds, because it ends up being you cut it into it anyways, like a lasagna. So then I went ahead and I poured the rest of the sauce over the top of the enchiladas, and I kind of evened that out. And then I used the rest of this cheese in that bag, and I just kind of portioned it out on top of the different enchilada trays so that I could try and make it as even and equal as I possibly could. And we're done. I let them cool, and that was it. So when I say this dessert was accidental, it's because I decided to not follow a recipe and to make a cobbler, a raspberry green apple cobbler for Thanksgiving dinner. And then I realized that it was very soupy and unappealing. So keep that in mind. All right, as you can see, what we've done is we've added those raspberries. We didn't do anything to them. In the pan here, we've got butter, sour cream, and sugar, and we're stirring that all together. There are going to get little pieces of caramel, and that's fine. Those are like little treasures as you go along. Once you're done mixing the butter, sugar, sour cream, you're going to mix it with the raspberries. Try to coat all the raspberries and get it mixed and incorporated really well. It really helps with the flavor, because if you don't, then you're going to get a really sour bite when you go to eat it, because if the raspberry is not covered, then it's literally just a sour raspberry. All right, once everything was coated, I patted it down. It looks like that. And then we're going to get working on the crumble top. So you're going to add some butter, which I didn't measure out. I'm actually going to get measurements and test this out and write it down for you guys, but for now I'm just going to show you the ingredients. So next I put in some oats. These are rolled oats. And then I used some cinnamon and some vanilla. And then I do know that's 1/4 cup of flour, and then a tiny little bit of sugar. Really not much sugar at all, because the, contents of it have sugar in it. You can go sweeter if you want to, you don't have to. And then I just brought that all together, the crumble all together with my hands, and then I put it on top of the crumble and I baked it. Now, when the crumble is finished, it will be really soupy like this. Now, this is where I was like, uh-oh. This is where it became an accidental, really good dessert. You guys, I'm sorry. I just have to say, I know that I looked really disheveled today. I was so tired, and I just did the video, and I apologize if that is annoying to anybody, but there's no way that I'm going to be able to get the amount of things done that I need to get done if I am spending like an hour or two getting cute first. So just a little side note. Back to the story. So I had the crumble out at Thanksgiving, and everyone was passing it up. It was like a really soupy crumble. And I asked my mother-in-law, I'm like, what do I do to like fix it? Like, do you have any like suggestions? And she was like, it's kind of like a write-off, like it's no good. But I am my mother's daughter, so I don't want to waste food. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to put it in the freezer and I'll deal with it later. So that's what I did. I put it in the freezer. And then the next day I thought, I wonder if I mixed up some cornstarch or made like a roux with flour and a little bit of sugar. If I mixed that in and baked it again. So I was going to take the top of the crumble off and then mix in my little roux and then bake it again with the crumble back on top. And as it was defrosting, I thought to myself, I wonder what that tastes like. So I took a spoonful of it, and it was heaven. It was so delicious. It was creamy, it was tart, it was like ice cream, it was like crumble, all combined into one. And so I thought, wow, I have something here. So I grabbed out leftover whipped cream, stuck it on the top, ate it, and I was like, wow, there you go. That is what you do with a soupy crumble. All right, story time is over. Back to the video. We are going to use this tin foil and saran wrap and wrap all of these enchiladas up and get them into the freezer. All right, next we're going to jump over to the bean dip that we're going to freeze. It's the 7-layer bean dip, but it's not really actually going to be 7 layers. It's just that quinoa mixture, refried beans that I made, and some cheese. Putting the cheese away, and now we're going to get this accidental dessert wrapped up and start freezing it so that I can show you what it looks like when it's all yummy and frozen. All right, I've let the bean dip cool down, and now I'm just gonna pop a lid on it and chuck it in the freezer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I realized I had this leftover bean in the bean liquid, and I thought, I'm gonna make this into a lazy taco soup. So I took the refried beans out of that Tupperware that you see right there next to me, put it in a baggie, and then I added the bean with the bean liquid into the Tupperware, and I added corn, I added tomatoes, and taco seasoning, mix that all up together for a really lazy taco soup. I really don't like wasting ingredients. If I can make something out of it, I will. So here's what it looks like, and then I just put it in a baggie and I froze it. All right, time to check the accidental dessert out. It's not quite ready. It needs a bit more freezing time, but I wanted to show you what it looked like so you could kind of get an idea.
Oh, that is so good.
The lighting's not the best, but I want to show you that it kind of goes into like a bit of an ice cream. Can you see that right there? And then you just scoop it out, you top it with some whipped cream. And there it is. This dessert, I'm not joking, is so good. And it was accidental, and both of my kids loved it. Do you like it? Do you like this dessert?
Yes.
I recommend trying it, and let me know what you think. I actually would leave this in the freezer for a bit longer. I just wanted to get this video done. It kind of ice creams up a bit more if you leave it. I probably could have left it for another like hour or two. You just scoop from the bottom, and then you get some of this topping, and you get all the goodies, and then just top it with your whipped cream. That's it, guys. That's the video. I was gonna do the fermented carrots, but I just don't have it. I'm too tired. I did those in the last video. I will do the fermented carrots. I'm just not gonna do it on this video. I have been editing as I go along, and I'm halfway through editing right now, and it's still about like an hour and a half of editing. So I'm gonna go end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go and enjoy my accidental dessert. Until next time, bye.
Clothing.
Do you think YouTube should try it? It's so good, huh? It's like ice cream and crumble mixed together.
With a lot of fruit.
Yeah, it's good.
You
It's
put
tangy.
any ingredient you want in it.
You could try different ones, yeah. It's tangy, and it's sweet, and it's creamy, and it's all the good things.
It's a great Christmas meal.
Meal?
Yeah, Christmas dessert, I mean.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you like how it's tangy and sweet?
Yeah. And the not sweet whipped cream just finishes it off to make it not too sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't use sweet whipped cream, yeah. That whipped cream, that's a good point. Hamish said that whipped cream is no sugar added.
Yep.
So, yeah. Can you tell everybody thank you for joining the video?
Thanks for joining the video, and thanks for letting me tell you that this is the best Christmas dessert and best dessert you would ever taste.
It is pretty good. So see you guys next time.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Hey guys, I know that I said goodnight last night when we were showing you that dessert. I should have just been patient and waited this morning because I had planned on showing you originally like all the things that we had made, and so I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then we will pop this all back into the freezer. My hands are like burning because I had to get it all out. All right, there it is. There is all of our hard work. So We've got our Japanese salad. We've got our accidental dessert. We've got our overnight oats. We've got some cheese that we preserved up. Some bananas back here. We've got some refried beans, butter chicken, taco soup. We got a shepherd's pie here and we got a shepherd's pie there. We've got an enchilada, and an enchilada. We've got all of our smoothies in a little smoothie packs in there. These are just some bean burritos that I made for the kids for lunch today, but hey, every little bit counts. And then we've got our omelette goodies there, and we've got our bean dip here. We've got leftover quinoa, chicken quinoa, and then some leftover taco shells. So there we go, guys. That is the bounty. That is my 2 days of hard work. And that's it, guys. I am going to water my lemon verbena. After not watering one day, look how droopy she looks. That makes me incredibly sad. I will not lose my lemon verbena. So I need to water. And I will see you guys back here next time. Bye.